hello, Henning Pauli here. Welcome to the channel. It's around Christmas time. That means I gotta show you some Harley Bentons. Honestly, that's the whole idea. Get you to Thomann, check them out. Maybe buy yourself a Harley Benton. Like this beautiful HB35, which we've looked at before, I think twice. Not in red. So is that enough of a reason to look at it? No, it's a good reason to show you the HB35 because as a 335 copy, this is pretty damn stunning, and it clocks in at $199. Now, you like cherry? I don't know. Red cherry isn't my favorite. They've got beautiful other colors. But Harley Bentons are great. They come a long way. They're getting greater by the minute. Some of them are good. Some of them are stunningly good. Like the single cuts and this 335. Now, I'm not the biggest 335 guy. I actually don't own... Actually, no, I have Gengelicos. I do own two hollow bodies and a couple of Harley Bentons. I still have the green one. This is a steal at $199 because visually, yep, and tonally, hell, yep. I'll show you in a sec. So let's see how it comes straight out of the box. Yeah, budget guitar, comes in a cardboard box, not a lot of stuff included, but well packaged. What else do you want to know? Let's get some nice product shots for this baby and some really nice round tones to get you started. So the first thing I did with this, just half an hour ago, load up Paradise Guitar Studio by Universal Audio. It's a plugin. It's $199 if you don't want the subscription. Do the subscription. For Spark, it makes sense. But at $199, this is a very budget-friendly amp with this guitar. So we're looking at a €200 setup if you're running through a computer. And these are the tones you can get with the preset and that guitar. It's pretty stunning. That's the first time I ever laid my hands on it, and immediately, yeah, and that was a setup that came out of the box. Now, people are saying I'm getting specially set up guitars for me. I'm 98% sure that's not the case, but what do I know? Here are some sounds. With elevated jam tracks, by the way. Okay, let's go through some specs. They haven't changed, but I do think it's important that after working with Harley Benton for over 10 years, to look at some of the ones where I say these are great guitars on a regular basis, to make sure that they're not duping us. And they made some really great ones in the past, and then, they just don't pay attention to the factory anymore, and they're getting shit. Well, you're not getting shit here. You're getting good stuff. But that's what this video is about to reveal. So from the Vintage series, it says semi-hollow mahogany sustain block and F-holes. Body is maple. Arch top. We've got a set-in neck out of Canadian maple. So this is not mahogany. No volute, boo. We clearly have a headstock that is glued on right here. Not a big scuff joint. No. Scuff joint? Yeah. No, we don't have that. But okay, it's angled. We got Harley Benton tuners. They're not the greatest. At $199, I would invest in $40 extra to get some Harley Benton locking tuners on there, which are also not the greatest, but much better than these. And they're solid. Okay? You're not going to throw $200 of tuners on this guitar. That doesn't make sense. But these are a bit wonky, which is okay for $199. But you might as well treat yourself. Gönn dir, as we say in German. Throw in some Harley Benton locking tuners. Fingerboard is Laurel. And we got a radius of 305 millimeters, the dot inlays, which is totally normal in this price range. Cream-colored binding on body and neck, all the way around. I'm not a fan of red, but the paint job on this is done well. Not manual, done well. It's different. 22 frets, 628 millimeter scale length, 42 millimeters at the nut. A double action truss rod. It's got two vintage style humbuckers. I mean, you have eyes. Yeah. There's nothing brand named in here. 3-way pickup switch. Chrome plated hardware. Tune-o-matic bridge. Enclosed die-cast machine heads. Comes with 10 to 46 and is a cherry high gloss. And that's all I gotta tell you, because that's what the website tells me. You could have read that, but I read for you. Reading time with Henning. I like only cats. So, we got some sounds here. Of course, we've got volume. Tone. I would have one volume on there and that's it, but this is, of course, the traditional thing. What I do like about it is, usually the 335s have the input jack on top of here. And I hate that with a cable. They made it better and put it on the side. Now, action. Beautiful. Not too high, not too low. Neck is a bit thicker, as you would expect on a guitar like this, but very comfortable. Tones are round, woolly, soft. It's just a beautiful guitar to play. Now, even in the middle, we don't get a lot of top-end brightness, wiry. A little bit more. But it has sustain. I forgot to tell you, that is the Tone King Imperial up there. And yes, of course, he's playing this really expensive amp and, it doesn't make sense. It does make sense. If I play it with a shit amp, the cheapest stuff out there, even in the price range where this sits, which is probably something that you would be pairing it with, yeah, that's a more realistic what it sounds like to you, but then you don't know if it sounds shit. Does it sound shit because the guitar's bad or the amp's bad? So if I run this into the highest end gear and it can perform and it sounds good, then it can play with the highest end gear. Right? if I take a crappy guitar that's got too tinny top end and all that stuff, it will be revealed in this equipment. That's why I do this. Makes sense to have whatever you review to be the weakest link. Although, also, if you're in Germany, hi, Freunde, and you want to treat yourself to something for Christmas, and you want to learn this stuff, and what it means, I got a course coming called Power Chord Theory. It's going to be on Bernd Kills' platform, and that releases around Christmas. So you might want to get that from Bernd. It's an 8-hour course, and you're going to learn everything about chords and how to build them, how to name them, how to play them, what they mean, how to use them. Good stuff. So, it's definitely, with its roundness, a beautiful jazz box. I don't know jazz. Play the wrong tones or something. Okay, so we're gonna go in a different amp. Let's go into the Bad Cat Black Cat, which is more Voxish. Yeah, that's a combination where we definitely get the top end. We're gonna go drive, not away, into the Friedman Plex. That's still on standby. Look, this is all we need. This is a short and sweet video. The HB35 still delivers. It is, again, all Harley Bentons are good. Some of them punch so much above their price point that it's ridiculous. This is actually not the $399 Harley Benton like some of them are. And they're great guitars, you know, with cool hardware. This is $199. And playability and tone-wise, it's phenomenal. This is not even a beginner level thing. This is, anyone can play this. Who needs a 335? This is a studio tool. You can make music with this, real music, without compromise. And I'm going to say this fully convinced, without compromise. Now, you got to be into the red, but I mean, of course, that's one of the classic colors. They got other colors. At $1.99, this is a great Christmas present. Maybe not for the brutal beginner, but I mean, yeah, if you want to play electric guitar, why not? It is all relatively close together. If you're into, the Beatles, or you want to do the thing with the Foo Fighter thing or whatever, there's so many things that a 335 can be used for, any kind of blues. It's just a really solid instrument. Am I paid to make this video? Yeah, that's my job. Am I saying this because I'm paid? Heck no. If you don't believe me, watch a lot of my other videos. Please do. Watch some Harley Benton videos where I bitch about stuff. I have, and I will again, if they send me crap. This is not crap. Thank you for watching. I'll put links below, please use them, and animals at the end.